Good morning, everybody. Hope you guys are all doing absolutely fantastic. Just a reminder that everything we're about to do today is for demo and paper trading purposes only. This is just strictly for education and entertainment, and excited to join you guys on this live stream today. Let's go ahead and get into it. Should be able to see my charts now. And then if you guys have any questions, just feel free to let me let me know as we go. That would be a little bit easier. So yeah, man, welcome. Excited to finish off this last day of the week. I'm curious if Microsoft's going to have a major loss today at market open. Sorry, I'm a little bit under the weather, so if I'm going to be coughing like crazy, just letting you know, apologies in advance. If anyone's watching the news right now, Microsoft had a major world outage today and tons of loss of flights and stuff like that. So just curious if Microsoft here, it's funny because like right here at the pre-market, we had a literal perfect hit and then now nothing but bullish, but Microsoft has already played out the move so far today. But if you guys look over here to the right side of your screen, you see this little down arrow with the right side. That means that we're in a weekly bearish trend according to True Algo. So more likely than not, True Algo is telling us going into New York Open that Microsoft could plummet quite hard. But until, and this is very, very important because this is the same thing you guys are going to apply as we go through this session. Until Microsoft closes below this green box here, then there's no reason to think that Microsoft is going to go lower right now. Just like right here, we had a hit of the box where this first circle is, then the green pushed us through. Again, right here, green closed above the box, and then you look to push higher. The system is a lot easier to use than you think, but there are some nuances that you have to be able to do in live markets. So that's just something to be aware of, and we'll be watching since there's so much news related to Microsoft right now. Yeah, exactly, Inna. So everybody watching for that. We had a couple of True Algo members that had really, really good moves so far in the Asia and London session. I mean, we try to help as much as possible and not say like to the tick, but when it's to the tick, man, it's to the tick. And everything is about closes here with True Algo. It's not about these wicks and other things that we don't change time frames. We're not going to go from the 3 minute into the 1 minute against the 5 minute. You don't have to do all that. I think it really complicates things that we're going to be doing, or sorry, things that you could be doing. And also, we have a rule here at True Algo that I think everybody should write down, whether you're a member or not, but especially if you're not a member. If retail or the people you know trade by switching time frames consistently during a trading session, and we really mean everyone that you talk to, and there goes my lovely typing skills. And reminder, this is for education. This is why we're talking about this. So if everybody you talk to or know switches time frames to try to find plays that can work out for them and stuff like that and comparing them, and then remember the stat that 95% of people lose everything in a year. So our goal here is to change most of the things that the 95% do. But a lot of people say that, but like we really do. So one of the biggest things you guys are going to see throughout the stream, and True Algo members, you guys know this, we're not going to change our time frame once. We're going to sit on this 15-minute time frame for index futures, and everything else will be a 30-minute time frame. And there will be people who join in here and ask us, can I be on a 5-minute time frame? You can do whatever you want. It's just we're consistent and we're not going to change. And so a lot of people think that because we're on a 15-minute time frame, there's too much drawdown or there isn't enough opportunities. So here we have, using this time frame, a perfect hit at the very beginning of the London session with no close below. And then as soon as we get this close right here, and this is what's so unbelievably crucial, and this is where True Algo really sets you different. One, if you played from the bottom of the True Algo box, you had a monster of a win. But that's not the mitigation strategy. But this is a way you can use the True Algo system. So right here, you could be someone who whatever you use, if it played out right here on that bullish close, that's something that you could take. But what I want to draw your eyes to are right here. You guys have seen our streams before. In True Algo members, it's the same thing that we do every day with you guys. That is a bullish close above a box. Therefore, we are only looking for higher prices so far on the ES today. And you guys can see we've already hit daily open, which is the first major take profit. But here is the most important thing. If you struggle with patience, you're not going to like this. But if you realize that patience is the one thing you're missing, because all we're going to do is be bullish today on the ES until it loses these boxes. Notice that the boxes are very big and they're all stacked below. This is True Algo telling us that if you try to short the ES down here, you're going to have trouble today. Even if price just absolutely dumps, you're going to get caught in the fire. The way you look for a short on the ES is going to be way down here. So just listen to what I'm saying, that right now we're only looking for higher prices on ES. Okay, so you see this little circle right here? And that was at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is the ES. What you want to do is look at the NQ. This is what we teach our members. We never just look at one asset at one time. And so you want to find that same exact candle on the NQ, and it's right there. You guys see the circle? And what do you see? Do you see how it is a bullish close above this box? So therefore, both of them simultaneously are telling you to look for a long position idea. Do you see that? Same candle, same candle. And then, like clockwork, when they confirm the same way, they tend to take the market aggressively in their favor. And here you can see it's already a winning position. We've filled almost this entire fair value gap. You filled the first one on the ES, and the reason why it hasn't filled the second one, same thing with the NQ, there's a little baby one, a little bit, or this one's a little bit higher, is because the ES got to open, and that's a major take profit tool using the True Algo strategy. So I want to be super clear. As you guys are watching this and we get closer and closer to New York Open, the whole point of this is looking for setups for New York Open. Right now, the only setup, and I mean this, only that our True Algo members are going to be watching is the fact that we are bullish until we lose boxes below. There is no reason to be bearish. And you guys that have been on these streams before and True Algo members, this is that thing that you have to be consistent about. No matter what happens in markets, we have to be looking for prices to push up on the ES and the NQ. Until what? And then that would be until prices close below the boxes. This is not going to be a good risk to reward between these two box areas. So we can see ahead in the future that shorts aren't going to be a good idea there. So the first big short is going to be down here. And then the reason why this would be a great short overall down here on the ES is because you would be trending bearish on both the daily and weekly version of the True Algo system. So that would be a great opportunity if we get down there. But we're not going to chase this. Retail traders will, and they're going to get caught in this crossfire. So we can already see that. And then next, True Algo members and everybody watching, when could be a better short idea if this is not going to be a good short idea here on the ES? And it's very simply right here. So when price travels upwards and hits this box, it has to close bearish. And so once it closes bearish right here, that could be what starts the floodgates. And this could be the short idea that actually gets us from up here all the way down here and then activates another one. So those are going to be the prime ideas, that this is the short, this is the long that we're already in, and that we'll be watching as we travel price upwards. And the NQ has the same exact idea. We're already in it long. The big short idea is going to be from up here, like so. And again, it has to hit and close. And then for current members and all of you guys watching, if you've been on our stream before, I hope you can have this answer now too. This candle up here, and this is what I think sets us different, or one of the ways. True Algo members, if you guys can answer me. On the current candle, is it possible that if we fly up right now, let's say there's a news event and markets just go nuts, is it possible to get in a short position right here? Would be my question to you guys. Excuse me. And those of you that are not a part of our True Algo system, this might frustrate you, but this is what separates us from retail. We know that the candle has to close bearish from right there. That is impossible right now. And as you can see, thank you for the answer, guys. That's impossible because in order for this current candle to close red, it would have to close down here. We already know that because that's where the candle opened. So if this candle goes nuts up here and hits this box, like something like this, watch this, guys, it'll push up, and then retail, as it comes down, they'll start to short early following the wick, and then it'll push them out until we get a red candle close. But we just know that the red candle is not possible right now because it's down here. That's why this down here is a possibility, because if markets all of a sudden fall down like crazy getting into New York Open, I don't think it's going to drop that far. There's no real news event. But if it did, we could close bearish on this current candle, which means in the next 4 minutes. But again, we don't think that's likely. So right now, just looking for higher prices. And then US 30, folks, right now you are beyond neutral as we're just sitting inside of the weekly box. But it would be fantastic for US 30 to try to get this bullish move up and get out of this box. But right now, this is the two ideas looking at US 30 going into New York Open. Something like that. So right now, if you're a US 30 person, there's nothing you can do. If you try to do anything within this box, and this is what I was trying to tell you guys about over here. If the ES pushes down and retail traders chase it, look to the right side of your screen. Look over here. Do you see how these people, if they're trying to chase the move early because we haven't closed below it or above it going into this London and New York session, this is during Asia, you're going to get trapped. And that's what True Algo is telling you. Like, be careful being aggressive in this box. Wait for us to close above it or wait for us to close below it for an idea. Hello, everybody. I see you guys all jumping in and saying hi. The Forex market was absolutely perfect yesterday. We have a checklist that we do with True Algo members. Went through the checklist yesterday, and as you guys can see, these were the so everything I'm doing with you right now, this is what we did yesterday. I haven't updated the chart because I wanted True Algo members to see it. And then True Algo members that are in the Forex side, you can call us out if it's BS. This is what we drew yesterday during the New York session. So if you ever feel like you have to wait and you're never going to get an idea and your time frames aren't going to work with what we're doing, but you don't have consistency in markets and what you're doing, there's a reason why you're here right now. So these are 30-minute candles, and you might think that the drawdown is too big. Look over here. This is the London session. Those are telling you the euros needs to be short. And look what happens. What we drew, and this is what's played out. Now look to the left side of your screen. This is the DXY. You can see London right before we started our live stream, but right before New York Open, DXY confirms bullish. You can see the position is activated right here. And then look what DXY does for the rest of the day. And if DXY goes up, the euro is going to go down. And this is what we teach our members. And so right now, the euro has had a perfect bullish reversal out of the True Algo system. And right now it's back testing that New York low of yesterday is what the euro's on. But we have hit a take profit idea. But right now we're still looking for the euro to go higher overall until it loses this box. So it looks just like what this would be yesterday. Something like this. And then something like this. Based off of the closes is what we would be looking for. But it's already in that long idea. And I'm trying to talk slower because I know not all of you guys are current members, but also just want to make sure the True Algo folks know the longs that are over here on the euro True Algo members were confirmed when DXY dropped from there. But we can also check the pound. But here's the thing. All the Forex members of True Algo, since you've hit a take profit, and you can see that we're selling off from that New York low, as this comes down, you're looking for New York to do this to the euro, hit, bullish close, and then there's your entrance again to follow the system up for a second time. But I want to be consistent. We are only looking for the euro to be bullish right now until it closes under here. And it's that simple. You just keep that view. You don't got to check other indicators. You don't got to check other time frames. We are bullish until it loses this box. Really quick, I'm going to go check the pound. So we want the pound to look exactly the same. So down here, is there a True Algo box? And there you go. If you're not used to our system, and True Algo members, you can call me out because we are transparent here. You guys might say that this was a short position and it could be you would have lost. Okay, you see that right there? And again, remember, we're here to educate, guys. So if you went short right here on this candle, it's 5:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We want to look to see, does DXY confirm? And here you can see DXY also confirmed that it's ready to go bullish. So that's 2 out of 3. But we always tell our Forex folks there's a 3-step rule, and I'll show you guys again really quick. I'm not going to go over all of them because I don't want to bore you guys. But over here with our rules, is the euro confirmed anything? Is DXY the opposite? And then lastly, if you're on the pound, is the euro confirmed the same or vice versa? So in this case, when you had that candle on the pound that said to go short, the euro never told you to go short. So therefore, you take the assets against them each other, and then it tells you if the move is highly probable to play in your favor. The reason why we do this, one, it causes you not to take as many ideas. But what's super important here, guys, is when people are trading, they're going to look at just the euro and they're going to have it on several time frames. We look at several assets. Again, we're trying to do what the 95% of people do not do. So right now, the only thing we're looking for is for the euro and the pound to go up and DXY to go down. But we can see right here on DXY, it's trying to muscle up. So if DXY can get a close above the box, it can be bullish. If it closes during this New York session, another candle below will be bearish. And reminder, this is exactly what we drew yesterday right here. And so we might see the same exact thing again during the New York session. True Algo members, there's a delay on YouTube. So I know if I ask you these questions, it'll take a while to get them. We can only be what we would say in our live stream that we do every day. And you can only be bearish on gold. And one of the best parts is like there was no long idea throughout the Asia session, just short ideas. You guys see all these candles hitting into this box and closing bearish. Okay, that means the shorts are activated and then it goes and the take profit happens. And so True Algo members, this is going to be over these people's heads that are not a part of our system. But if you can answer, I would greatly appreciate it. You guys see this right here? That's a bearish candle into this box. Then you guys see that there's a bullish candle that closes out. You as a retail trader, or even people who are newer to our system, might be tempted to do this and go long because you see a bullish close right there, that green candle from this green box. But True Algo members, what's the percentage rule of this box? And we call this the 80% rule using True Algo. As soon as this single candle closes inside of this green box right here, this is the 4th level of the system, you are looking for lower prices for the rest of the day. And so I'll show you what I mean. Once it loads, just give it a second. You'll see that this single candle just takes one, closes in the box. There is weekly open is right there too, and that doesn't matter as much that the weekly open is there, even though it's held, and I'll show you why. Some people might think this is a great place to long because the weekly open is holding. Let me show you how True Algo changes that for you for today. So already in short ideas from any of these closes, depending on how you're taking it, okay? But now watch. And as you can see, Gonzalez, I appreciate it, Esteban for answering. He knows. Once we closed into this green box, there's an 80% chance you're going to go lower for the rest of today. 80%. And so that's where you're always looking for reasons to get into continual short ideas or just remain bearish for the rest of the day. And right here, this is the last fair value gap that was filled, by the way. There's no more fair value gaps. So if you're an ICT trader, this can help you. You might think to go long, especially if you're holding weekly open perfectly. So you go long here when you fill the gap. But if you're an ICT trader and you use those concepts, now you have even more reasons to think that this gap was filled and now we're going to roll over because that one red candle closed in this box. So now ICT trader concepts or whatever you guys are using, there's your short idea. And the reason why you know that there's a high probability this plays out in your favor is because that red candle. And then just watch how things follow suit. Does that make sense? And now watch. The rollover continues. And so right now, there is absolutely no reason to be bullish on gold. Even if gold reverses, you can see we've got a bigger box here. This is our weekly box by True Algo. There's a high probability that we could get a reversal out of this box down here, but you need a green candle close, which means you have to get a candle closing up here. But if you go long, you are going against the daily True Algo bearish trend, and there's a high probability you're going to get trapped in here. So it looks like gold, until it closes bullish from this box, we're going to continue to gravitate lower and lower on gold. Cool. And then just to show you, like, you had the opportunities up here and then again right there yesterday during New York. Lots of boxes and lines, not trying to distract people, but those are two different opportunities to get into massive shorts on gold to ride it down for what's almost $75 an ounce right now. But there's no reason to be bullish on gold. You're going to see people come in here and ask us, and I'm just letting you guys know this is bearish, and there's no reason to be bullish on gold whatsoever. And if it goes up, that's fine. We don't chase it. We'll let retail traders chase this and get trapped. The long idea could be right here, but this is not a position we would suggest people take either, because you're going to fight this. We're looking for gold to push down. Oil is what, True Algo members? And we've already had a winning short ideas out to the opens, but right now oil is confirmed bearish, and until oil closes above here, remember the whole point of the stream is to look for setups, ideas, only from, again, guys, we're transparent about this. This is for demo and paper trading purposes only. We are just here to educate and entertain, okay? So from an educational standpoint, when we watch oil going into New York Open, we are only in bearish ideas. This would be the first time that a bullish idea will present itself. And again, it has to close up there. It can't just wick up there. And then the perfect 180 by True Algo would be this. We continue the shorts into New York session. We get down to this box. It's going to take two candles, by the way, not a single candle, because we're up here. So every candle is going to be bearish, getting us down here. And then when you get the bullish candle close on the bottom of your screen, right in this box right here, close above the box, and there's your long position, and then you can just ride it back up. And we would call that a True Algo 360. So that's something that we'll be looking for going into this New York session on oil. We're 6 minutes away from the bigger candle close here on all assets. Let me check crypto real quick, and then I'll go back to indexes. Whether you're a crypto trader or not, man, like, if this ain't perfection, I don't know what is. Like, just, you can see it. Whoop. And then you hit a box above, bearish close, go below, bullish close, back test, push up. Multiple times to get into several take profit ideas, bearish close, push down, bullish close, push up. Sorry for all the bad drawings, but you guys see it. These are not like, we just threw them on there just to like show people on stream. It's our indicator. Okay. And so right now, the only thing you can be on Ethereum is bullish. And just listen to what I'm saying, because that doesn't mean you just blindly go into a long position on Ethereum. But Ethereum is bullish going upwards until it loses these boxes. And then, sorry about that, Tim. I know this. I was talking about this when I first got on the live stream, everybody. There's a ton of issues with the data feed because of Microsoft's being down. So those of you that are on those issues, I apologize. It's not our fault, but I apologize that you're going through that. Bitcoin right now already had the long idea play out as well. You guys can see here, if you've been shorting Bitcoin over the Asia session, you would have had a lot of issues because you don't short into a box below. And now that we've pushed up, Bitcoin's already finished its bullish move, the first one out. And then if Bitcoin can close above the box right here, then we can look for Bitcoin to go higher. We cover all these asset classes within our live stream. That's why I'm talking about it right now. And then if Tether, this is very important, crypto folks, because it's Friday. Hear me out. If Tether can close below 4.8%, the crypto market's going to go flying into the weekend. That's when the bullish long ideas on crypto are really, really going to fly. Back over to the indexes. We're about to get another big close. We can update as we go, but True Algo members, they'll be able to help you guys with this too. There is nothing that's going to change because you have not closed a bearish candle way down here on the ES. There's no reason to be bearish here on the next candle that's going to close in 5 minutes. Nothing's changed on the NQ. and you're still neutral on the ES. Does that make sense? We did already look at the pound. And right now, this is the euro. The euro is confirmed bullish. The pound is also confirmed bullish up here. The positional ideas on the pound are actually really easy going into this New York Open. It's just this. That's what we're looking for. Because if it closes up here, that's guaranteed to be a bullish candle. If it closes down here, it's guaranteed to be a bearish candle. So looking like that, or like this going into New York Open. You just want DXY to confirm the opposite direction on the pound, everybody. Hope that makes sense. 3.5 minutes from this bigger close. If you guys have other questions, let me know. Or other assets you want me to check out if I haven't talked about them. We've already been on for 25 minutes. I'll do my best not to bore you, but the most important thing right now, guys, is like this is realistic in markets. What I mean and what our True Algo members know is like there's so many things right now. Like I could change time frames to a smaller time frame. I could use all these different trading view tools and indicators to try to present an idea right where we're at. But that's unrealistic. That's not how real trading works. That's real trading for like 95%. And that's, again, look at the statistics, how they lose. Just like, I don't know if you guys know this, but like 40% of people who enter markets never make it through the first month and never come back. So you're always fighting these statistics. So we don't want to do what those people do. So I'm just telling you, you can only remain bullish on the ES and the NQ right now. It has to close so much lower. And as you see, True Algo has all of these boxes stacked below. So even if price drops, you're going to be shorting into boxes where retail traders are going to be getting wrecked. So be careful trying to fight this area, True Algo members. Wait for closes way below or don't chase. Again, the best thing that could happen to us is New York pushes us up. Everyone goes long up to this box. We get our bearish closes, and then we have a monster short session on the indexes. But right now, we are bullish until that happens. In US 30, you're still neutral. I see you, Anna. I think the VIX chart's up right over here already. Just give it a second to load. Yeah, the VIX is gnarly right now. So VIX is almost confirmed bearish. It just has a little bit further to go, Anna. But there was a nasty wick on VIX. Let's check it on the SIBO to see if it looks any different. Nah, it looks exactly the same. That's wicked, man. You can thank the good old Microsoft outage for causing that. But right now, the VIX is leaning on the bullish side, Anna, until it closes below right there where that circle is. If this closes below, that could help these long ideas push out. And by the way, we're putting a new high right now on the ES, everybody. Try to look at the, what's it called? One of our favorite assets right now during the, what's it called? During the Asia session. So let's say you're someone who wants to trade the US futures during Asia, but you don't have anything during the Asia session to help you because like the ES and the NQ don't always have ideas. This is the Nikkei. And then just showing you. Now, True Algo members, remind there is the daily boxes here stacked inside of the swing system. But you guys see how clear the day system still helps you navigate within the swing bar? We still produced, by the way, the exact statistic. 80% time you close on the green box, you'll close lower. And you see how it navigates through? So like the ideas of something like this, and then that's the full move. Like that is a monster on the Nikkei. And then even these little ideas out of it, you guys see how it comes back. This is so cool. The very, very top of the box to the tick. And then there's your bearish close again. Followed. So that's 2 wins in theory, right? There's the third win. No long idea from right here. And then there's the first bullish close idea at the very, very bottom. You wouldn't use the mitigation entrance. You'd use a very tight stop here. And then there's take profit 1 and it's pushing out. But no matter what, overall for the Nikkei, we're looking for lower. But the reason why I'm showing you guys this right now is this is the Asia session, and there's all your volatility. So if you're someone who wants to take advantage of markets, but you can't be on during New York, the Nikkei can be a very good option for you, and it works great with the True Algo system. Sorry for the coughing, trying to get away from the mic. US 30, folks, still neutral. NQ, ES, nothing has changed. We almost got a new high overall for like the past hour or so. But again, that bullish idea is still holding, and you guys can watch it on your screen. Gold with another confirmation. We are still confirmed bearish. Oil, still confirmed bearish. The pound, you are retracing back into the box. And so hear me out real quick, because I know someone asked about the pound earlier. Let's say you're not in any idea right now on the pound, and you're waiting for a confirmation or getting closer to New York Open. Your biggest bet that the pound will do this means you need DXY to do this. So in order for this to work in your favor, you want to wait till the DXY confirms bearish under our box. And when DXY does, that pound will have a lot of strength to push upwards, as will the euro. But right now, you can see that all we're doing is pulling back into our True Algo box. We have not confirmed bearish. The pound is still bullish, but you need DXY to lose this box to help propel your longs on the pound. And you can see DXY is very close to pushing back above the box. If DXY closes above the box, that's bullish, right? And if DXY is bullish, the pound and the euro will be bearish. And reminder, we're looking for the euro to get a second hit down here to have another activation. So for Forex, folks, if we get this, that would be fantastic, which means the DXY is probably going to do this and then close bearish, and then we shoot down. Sorry for all my poorly drawn ideas, but that's how we view it. DXY is actually pushing above the box now right there. Big push down from that open. This is not something we chase. If you switch time frames to chase this short, I'm happy for you, and I hope you do win. I really do mean that. I really do want people to be successful. But this is not an idea we take. And True Algo members, this is why we always use the opens and gap fills as take profit tools. Microsoft still pushing up. Notice we didn't get that close below. I'm only watching Microsoft because I'm curious if when New York opens today, if Microsoft's going to take a dive because of the outage. Excuse me. I'm still here. I'm just not talking at the moment. Like I was saying before, if you're being realistic in markets, and this is what we do this every day for our members in Discord on a live stream. If you're being realistic, markets don't offer you an opportunity every single candle. And I think it's again, one of the mistakes retail traders do. That's why they change time frames. So if I ever get quiet, I'm managing my own things on another screen, but also just waiting for a candle to close, and nothing has changed so far. So what's the question, Esteban? Does DXY affect gold and silver? It's a good question. So does DXY affect gold and silver? Well, one of the quickest ways is like, here's the DXY chart. Just click the plus sign, guys, right, like this, and then just turn the gold futures chart on. And what you can see here is gold pushed up like crazy and now is dumping, and DXY has pushed up. So if you're using the True Algo strategy, you don't have to have gold confirmed the same exact time that DXY does in order for you to take an idea. But we do teach you, and again, guys, you can call me out if it's not true, that if gold is going up, then what should you look for commodities to tend to do? And it is to push down. Because, and for any of you guys don't know this, instead of someone just telling you that and not having a reason, and this goes for everybody, not just True Algo members. If, and by the way, the shorts on oil are going great. If money is being put into the dollar to push the dollar up, then you're taking money out of everything else. So you're pushing the gold downwards. You're pushing indexes downwards. You see the flush during the London session. Sorry, right before the London session. And because you want your dollar to be worth more, and then you want the assets to be worth less, and then you can buy more of the assets at a cheaper price with a higher priced dollar. And that's how they go back and forth. Esteban, let me know if that answers your question. But I want to be clear, Esteban, you do not need DXY to confirm a direction in order to take the same exact idea on the opposite side using gold and silver. And again, just let me know if that makes sense, bud. I want to keep watching this oil idea. You guys right here. It's beautiful. By the way, commodities are perfectly in sync. And just so everybody knows, remember what I said on gold? Just want to make sure we're abundantly clear. We just put in a brand new low on gold on that next candle. The 80% rule still intact. And then oil has continued to put in a new low as well. So while we're sitting here waiting for the indexes to produce something on our live stream, we help our members like, okay, let's just look at gold and oil because we know the indexes aren't producing a new idea. And we're still waiting for New York to open as well. But there's the huge wins on gold and oil. And True Algo members, just let me know if you're confused on this 80% rule. We're here to help you. But again, shout out to Esteban who gave me that answer about like as soon as you closed in that green box, man, 80% of the time you're looking for lower just for the day. We are on Friday, so it is the end of the week, but only for this today we are looking for lower prices. And it could be quite the wild short, guys. True Algo members, what does it mean if we go down here? Because we talked about this earlier this week with gold. You guys see what happens if we hit this yellow box? That'll be a True Algo 180. It actually is even bigger. Well, the 180 is a direction, but like there's from this yellow box all the way down to this box here. Again, in totality, it's going to be almost $100 an ounce short for gold this week. You're welcome, Esteban. And so some people might say, like, what if oil now pushes up? And retail traders, I call all of us retail traders, so nobody be offended by it. But if oil, excuse me, pushes straight up right now, people will say, can I go long? Sorry, I have to take a drink. You can do whatever you want because this is for demo and paper trading purposes only. But if you're using the True Algo system, there is no long position right now. We showed you where the long position is down here. We're only looking for oil to go short. So if it starts pushing up because there's take profits from the opens and that New York low, which I already talked to you guys about, if you push up with it, there's a high probability you're going to get consolidated or get wicked out of your position. If it works in your favor, I'm unbelievably happy for you. But we're trying to be transparent and consistent that the only thing we are looking for right now is that. And then the only thing we will look from a bullish perspective is here when it closes up there, or again, the idea we just showed you to do this. You will not chase a long position on the current candle or any of the candles in between. And True Algo members, what happens right now if we do this? And this is what I mean. Retail traders starts to go long on oil during New York Open right at this point. They get trapped right there. And then we get another bearish close just like all of these and then drop once again. The advantage is like the play doesn't change. You don't got to wait for different confirmations. This will remain the ideas on oil no matter what. These are the ideas until we close up here. What would be sweet on oil is get this. Check this out, everybody. And just plummets. Then it closes bearish right there. It can't close bullish, by the way. This is a guaranteed bearish candle. And then we just continue to have shorts that just absolutely destroy oil on a Friday. So it's just cool that you're able to draw the idea every single time before it happens. You really can predict, and you have your invalidation, which is super important. And guys, no offense, your invalidations cannot be, I cannot lose X amount of money. On all of your brokers, they know what your average stop loss is per amount. They know what your average time is before you get taken out of your idea. They use both of those against you. And so your ideas need to be invalidated because of something on your chart, not because of the amount that you can't lose. And this is why we teach our mitigation strategy. If you're not a member, you'll have no idea what I mean, but we show our members how to lower risk and increase reward in management of ideas. That needs to be the forefront of your strategy is risk management. Gold putting in a new low just now, by the way. Oil didn't put in a new low, but obviously we're still hitting that New York low of yesterday. So True Algo members, keep an eye on this one right there. When New York opens in 20 minutes, that we'll be watching to see what that does. We did get a bullish close above the box on Bitcoin, but True Algo members, and this is more, like I said, guys, going into the later session of New York, but especially into the weekend, you're looking for Tether to close down here. That will send crypto flying, okay? Just like Ethereum, if we close above here, at the same time of Tether closing down here, again, you're setting up the trifecta. You'll already have the bullish trifecta from Bitcoin. That means crypto markets are going to push up quite aggressively on the weekend. But until that happens, it's just take profits into these smaller boxes right now. Sorry, I'm clicking around a bunch just to check things. Just trying to see if silver offered the same shorts as did gold. That's why you saw Esteban asked about silver when he asked about gold versus DXY. And as you guys can see how silver looks exactly the same. These True Algo flex stacks look gorgeous, by the way. It lets you know that flex is, oh, it's beautiful. You guys see it? I was just waiting for the boxes to load. So, True Algo members, call me out if it's not true. Right here at daily open for silver. Sorry. Let the boxes load. We teach this to our members. One of our videos is like, how do you start your day using True Algo? And then you'll see right here, once the system loads. And by the way, look at all the flexes and what color candle every flex is on. You see how they're always on a red candle? That just lets us know that right now the bearish moves are super strong. And so right here, True Algo members, a new day starts. What is the only view you can have right now? And it's bearish, right? Because you have bearish confirmations from a loss from the system right there. So now you're looking for lower prices overall. And so as we go candle by candle, guys, what I want you to watch for is, do we hit this box and then have a bullish candle close to push us up? And the same exact thing down here, bullish, you have to hit the box, then close bullish to push up. If not, we're going to keep looking for prices to push down. And so watch what happens at open. Major take profit hit. You just hit an old daily scalp target. Notice these flexes are still on bearish candles, meaning the bearish move is strong. And then we've gone through the box. There is no long position until you close above here, and you have to hit this box and close bullish. Remember, we just said that. Keep watching. Still in. Watch the close. All right, so now this is a potential bullish close. So you're looking for it to go higher. There's a gap fill right there. That's the only thing you got. When this bullish close right there happened, you want to check to see if gold also closed bullish. And if not, it would tell you that the idea is bad. There's a continued rejection. There's no bullish long down here. We're also in a bearish trend, by the way, True Algo members, below the weekly. So if you're only looking for long ideas, the dashboard reminds you we are in a downward bearish trend. And then watch as we continue. There's a nice little long, real quick, hits the box. There's your bearish close, looking for lower prices. And there you go. Look at the flexes inside of a box on a bearish candle with a bearish candle reversal. And there's the flush. You've now closed a single candle on silver inside of the green box. That means 80% of the time you will close lower. And as we see, we did put in a new low, back test the box, still looking for prices to go lower. There's the new low. And now you've closed in the daily version. So again, the rest of the day, we're looking for lower prices on silver, and you can see it flood out. Oil did put in a low just now, just by a tick. So those still going well. Silver, gold looks gorgeous right now, guys. Copper is going to look exactly the same. I'll stay on gold because I know that's usually people's favorite. We did put in a new low on gold. So any of you guys on this stream, remember we started streaming right here. That is a very sweet, that's $11 on gold, by the way. It's not no small move. You guys see? No bullish close, right? Even if you're newer to the system, where is the bullish close from the box? And there ain't none. And now you're just flooding downwards. It's beautiful. So looking for gold to, like we said earlier, to complete the 180 to get down here. We've got an old weekly scalp beacon and a weekly or intermediate beacon. These are all old True Algo members, but they're still take profit ideas no matter what, because you're below this box, and that's where we'll be looking to go next. So everyone, please don't keep asking, is gold bullish? Is gold bullish? Even if gold just like starts going up now, I told you earlier, it's not going to be a smart idea or a high probability idea to take longs into this box above. Just looking for reasons to go short on gold right now. DXY above the box. Euro is starting to play out this idea, but we need DXY to lose the boxes down here from a bearish perspective to really be bullish on the pound and the euro. We had another close on the index markets. Again, guys, 15-minute closes. Nothing has changed. And for True Algo members, reminder, this is a take profit. I know I'm repeating the same thing over and over, guys. I apologize if it's boring, but this is reality. Markets should be boring. They should not be exciting. If they're super, super exciting to you all the time, then you probably have emotions that are clouding your ideas, or worse, your patience. Okay? So right now, this is what's played out. You've hit a major take profit tool using the mitigation strategy, and you had 2 entrances using it. That's my way of talking to the True Algo members. If you're not a member, you're not going to really catch what I'm saying till you're a member. And guess what? You get the full strategy when you are with us. So right now, I'll get rid of this positional idea. We're waiting for the ES to push downwards, hit this yellow box during the New York session, and then close bullish, and then you have that idea. And it's the same idea you've already had. It doesn't change. And the reason why we have that is because you've already hit the open. You would set your stop at break even, whichever one of these candles it could have been on. And so if it trips that break even on the rest of your contracts, if you have any contracts left when you practice, then right here, it's tripped, you're out of the position, you wait for a box hit, wait for a bullish close, and then you continue doing the same thing. And I want to be abundantly clear, so I'm transparent. We're only bullish right now on this asset. This is not a short position. If you go short and you win, again, I'm super happy for you, but we try to be consistent. This is not a short area for us using the system. It's just like down here, why you would not short a box below. You go long on bullish closes above boxes, or bearish closes below boxes. Bearish close below the box, and then it flushes. So we don't play in the gray area. We don't short here. You would have to short from a box being hit. Hope that makes sense, everybody. DXY still pushing up, which is also causing everything to go down right now. We did get another new lower, like a low on this current candle for the euro for that idea. Oil shorts are still going amazing. There is another new low on oil while we're waiting for the indexes to give us something new. I know I'm repeating myself, but this is the advantage of the system and why we live stream for members. You might get stuck staring at the indexes or staring at the euro to give you a new position. Meanwhile, you guys remember, this is the same candle. Look at gold and look at oil. Just boom, straight down. And again, live streamed from here, straight down. There is no reason to be bullish on these assets. And while you force the other asset classes to give you something, there's another new low just now on gold. I hope that helps, guys. Marvin, that is not a rule. So he asked a really good question. Richard says, we're not active in markets till it opens. Absolutely not. You can, and I said that earlier, guys, like you're already in a long positional idea on the ES and NQ. US 30, you're neutral because it's stuck in the box. If that's what you're talking about. New York's going to open. The only thing we know about New York open is it's going to bring bigger volatility. These candles should be bigger when New York opens. And so if you're already in a positional idea, you want to make sure you take your stops and protect your position. But you don't have to wait for New York to open to do anything. I'm just trying to manage this on my side. Oil is very close to taking the low for the day. So there could be a tiny little take profit. But again, the only thing that you guys can be on oil and gold right now, and I'm going to keep saying it just like the indexes, the only idea you can be on these, there's a new low on oil, is bearish. You can't be anything else. I'm just trying to finish these ideas playing out. This would be a new bearish confirmation, by the way, on gold. And so something like this, as you're in that bearish trend, there's another new low just now on oil. If you're ever looking to catch the bigger moves, hopefully this is advantageous to you guys. DXY still pushing up. Euro looking more and more like it's going to present that idea opportunity. US 30 starting to push down into this first entrance area. You just need the close. It might actually play the move out completely before New York opens in 10 minutes, by the way. But You guys get to see it. DXY, new high. I'm clicking around because I'm trying to make sure members are aware of this, but I'm also trying to see what I can see so on my other screen I can manage my stuff. Excuse me. There's another new low on gold. DXY did not close above it yet, Delta. And welcome, bud. I know you've been talking to me. It is above the box. So right now, Delta, just so you and everybody understand, DXY is, you see how it's flipping the box bullish here? You're still waiting for it to close above this box. But like, you see how it's above? So like, this is exactly what we drew yesterday for DXY. These are the ideas you're looking for on DXY. And if you're a Forex person, DXY is the most important asset for your class. So these are the ideas we're looking for. Hold on, a little bit lower from the box, a little bit higher from the box. So you can see like DXY, if it closes right now, it has activated the idea. And this is what we're waiting for. You got to get the closes though going into this New York session, because as this pushes up in 8 minutes, it could actually just come right back down into the box. So you want the closes to happen. If it closes above bullish, that means the pound and the euro are going to be bearish, which is why we drew this idea for the euro. NQ sucking people in, trapping people right now. Reminder, we only have a bullish view on the indexes till we lose the box that we're currently by. US 30 is still flushing downwards, everybody. Gold just put in a new low and a new low on oil. These shorts are going absolutely fantastic. It's going to be almost a $20 move by the time we get down to the box on gold. And I'm talking about just guys on the live stream alone. But again, can only be bearish pushing down. There is no reason to be bullish. And if gold does push up, it wouldn't be something that we chase. We would let it just go. Just like Elsa, let it go. Cool. US 30 still flushing downwards. True Algo members, can you help the other, I guess, not our members, but the community? At New York Open, what do we expect the what do we expect the NQ and US 30 to do at New York Open? Sorry again, guys. I'm trying to always get away from my mic when I cough. I am extremely under the weather, but I don't want to miss the stream. But again, True Algo members, can you tell the community what do you expect the NQ and US 30 to do at New York Open? Specifically that first New York Open candle. Gold with a little bit of a take profit going on right now. And it's because we are hitting the weekly open of last week and sweeping that last little liquidity. Most people are unaware of it. There is still a big old gap here into the weekly box. We covered this on the macro session, True Algo members, right there. So if I were you, right where that intermediate intermediate beacon target is. Sorry, I didn't mean to say the word scalp. Right at 2388.9 would be a really, really good take profit tool on gold as we continue to flush downwards. And thank you to True Algo members for answering the question. There is a high probability, everybody, going into New York Open that the NQ will go the opposite direction of the US 30. You can see ES now, guys, we're getting back to that retest point, which is what we really, really want to see getting into New York Open. Because, again, the long positions produce the win. Just rewind the tape. We are bullish. You see this push back. And now you've gotten back to the box because the positional idea has the stop that you had to protect the rest of the position, if you had anything left, has already been hit. And now as this pushes down, we can potentially get a bullish close. It won't be on the first candle, but guys, we can see that because the candle has to close up there. In the second candle of New York at 9:45 Eastern Standard Time, there could be a bullish move upwards for the ES. Right now, DXY is getting back into the box. And then Delta, you can see again, guys, this is why we say closes. See how it's pulled back into the box? It has to close above. It can't just go above. Oil continues to put in new lows, everybody. You guys see this move on oil? It's over $1 an ounce right now. Yes, US 30 is the right side of the screen. Not this one. Sorry, I know it's delayed. It's the 3. US 30 is right side, and it's about to finish that idea. That's what I was saying. Hard to take. But US 30 about to complete it. So this would not be a short idea to take going into the New York Open. You can use the boxes for however you want. It's up to you. Let me get this out of the way so it doesn't confuse people. Because the NQ has now swept any type of the break-even point on any of the ideas. So as New York opens, if the NQ hits this and then it won't be on this candle, it'll be the next candle, then closes bullish, and the ES does the same thing, closes bullish, that would be those rapid long positions that could flood markets straight vertical. Notice how the ES, you never set limit orders to go long as soon as it touches the box. You got to wait for closes. Focus on the current candle, everybody. Do you see how this bearish candle, it has to close bullish above this box to go long. So that's why you have to wait. And most retail traders have no patience, which makes it very difficult for them in markets. And with us, with patience, I'm going to make this smaller. It's a little big on my screen. You can choose to make these dashboards smaller. So if you want to be on a phone or an iPad, you can make these boxes all smaller with your statistics and stuff like that using True Algo. There it goes. Now it's smaller. And then I just want to give you guys a couple quick notes as we get into New York Open here. And I'll still talk to you guys through, and I'll be on for 15 minutes after the New York Open. Then I have to go. US 30 about to hit that next box. If any of you guys are interested in joining True Algo, we have a bunch of sales going on right now. We are not cheap, and there's a reason for it. We're not looking for those people who want the standard type of indicator system that has buys and sells that we know some of you, if you've used them, it doesn't work in your favor for you. Maybe it works for other people. And we provide this live stream aspect every single day. So that's what you're paying for. You're having one of the best predictive systems, what we believe out there, and you get live coaching. We have a learning platform. Statistically speaking, most people, not with us, but remember, 40% of people never make it past the first month in markets. Not you, everybody. So if you've already passed that point, you're already beating the statistic, and then we're here to help you. So those specials are on our website. But this is really important for all of you. What if I'm not covering an asset that you're interested in right now? If I'm covering an asset that you are not interested in and you want us to do one, we're putting out a very big update this weekend, and we're going to add assets to the True Algo system that members want. So if you're a crypto trader and you want more coins, or you're a stock trader with options and you want more stocks added, we watch the big 7. But if you want more tech stocks, then you need to join us before Sunday, because we're going to add new things this weekend. And if you don't join before then, any of the things you want added won't be added till the next release. So just be aware, if you want other assets added, they're there. We have over 90 crypto coins. We cover almost all commodities that are available. And then obviously index futures are already there as well. US 30, big old flush down here going into New York Open, and really watching this idea right here on the NQ. Those first 15 minutes of New York Open, there's not going to be a touch to that box that's going to flip it bullish, even if it does and pushes up. This is why, guys, when this happens, I don't chase it, and I have no FOMO whatsoever. I'm going to get rid of this US 30 idea, guys, since it's already played out. And so now US 30 is in the box, no reason to be bullish. So in New York Open, if it continues to be bearish, we could get that opposite effect where the NQ continues to be bullish. Watch the 2. Look at you see that, guys? Look at US 30. You look at the close, the take profit. Jesus, man. That's nuts. You see what they did to those traders? This is why we tell you, don't short to a box below, don't long to a box above. Look at that, man. God, I'm trying to see how big the wick was. 86. And you guys saw it was within like 2 seconds. Dirty, man. Notice the NQ's gotten all the way to the box. This is why I told you in 15 minutes, we could have that bullish close to push out. Excuse me. That was nuts on US 30. And that's why we don't chase. That's why I told you guys we have no FOMO. This is a bearish close, by the way, on US 30. But True Algo members, it wouldn't be a mitigation entrance, right? Because you've hit the box, but also the stops would be way too far up. So this would have to be one of those ones you manage that if you're going to take a short idea, it's not a mitigation strategy. Cool. But looking for that to push down. There's a lot of aggression right now on that opening candle of New York. Notice NQ, folks, there is no bullish close on this New York open. So there's no reason to be bullish for this candle. ES is trapped in the boxes. And if you're looking, like, what does he mean? It has to look like this from a bullish perspective right there. And then the NQ has to have a bullish candle up here. Close, by the way. We're actually getting some of the similar movement on the ES, NQ, and US 30, which is really cool. I mean, right now we've got a straight nosedive and we've got a little bit of a wick forming on the bottom of US 30. So there's still a little bit opposite, but getting that bigger flush right now. Oil got as close as you can to the box. Hasn't hit yet. I want to remind everybody, this is not a new long position. It has to hit the box. So for me, this is what I think oil can do before presenting that idea. But more than likely, we're probably going to get something like this. And as long as you don't close bullish here, we would continue to ride those shorts throughout. True Algo members, what is the only view you can have on gold? And hopefully you guys are learning. Like, look, this is a box. We just closed bearish under it. Therefore, you simply target the next box lower. But there is a True Algo scalp target right here. Sorry, this is a beacon. It literally, if you hover, it tells you beacon. This is where gold is looking to head next, until it can close above boxes bullish. And right now you can see that the rules in our favor. And True Algo members, listen to me, you are below the 7th level, okay? So don't fight price wanting to push down. If you want to fight it, go look at another asset. Crypto's still chilling. DXY and then momentum, you asked me, bud, and now you just get, again, see proof is in like the pudding, you know what I mean? See that candle pushed up, makes everyone want to think bullish, but DXY craters straight back down again. It has to close above. These are those moments when retail traders get into positional ideas too quick. So DXY pushes up, closes right back in, and you wait. Even though the next candle's pushing up green, remember, the previous candle just did that. So you have to wait 30 minutes now, which might be very frustrating to a lot of you guys as retail traders. Remember, we're all retail traders in this game, unless you run the broker, okay? So you have to wait for that candle to close bullish above, and that will cause the flush downwards for the Forex market. Right now, this is just a great place to trap people who are impatient at New York Open now. Gold is pushing up, back up to the box. It's retesting. Index is flushing straight downwards. Again, look for the bullish close above boxes. You see how there's none? So it's just this flush down. And this is what I meant about, guys, as we push downwards. Look, being live matters. And I know I talk a lot because I'm trying to educate. That's the point of this system. We really are here to educate and entertain. Look, do you see this wick on the NQ? Do you guys remember me saying if the ES starts to pull the market down, this is not going to be a short that we chase because retail traders are going to get trapped here. Look at the current candle. Do you see the wicks on both sides? And then if you think that this wick is small on the NQ, guys, that's 130 ticks. So this is what I mean by we have no FOMO, or at least we try to teach our members not to have FOMO. Yes, the True Algo box is absolutely pushing price straight back up from the NQ, which is what we want. But from a strategic standpoint, we have to wait for a close in our favor. But this is what I told you. Retail traders are going to chase this stuff. They see red. They see that push down. They never enter in immediately, and then they let it flush, and then boom, they short the bottom. And then I told you on the ES, if you try to short into these boxes, you're going to get trapped. Your close is above, or look, it's still on the chart, guys. The ES has to close way down here to have a confident short. And now look at the NQ punishing everybody. And look, I want to make sure you guys know it's not BS. Look at the US 30 and look at the NQ right now. Do you see how they are polar opposite of each other? I told you it's a bearish close, and True Algo members, you can call me out. I told you this is not a mitigation entrance short because of this box hit. But you all told me, and you can scroll up, I'll even say the names. Where are you guys at? It was Mastery, Jazz, Jefferson, and Gale. Every one of you told me US 30 goes opposite of NQ. And look, NQ confirmed bullish. Not saying it's easy because of the wick. US 30 confirmed bearish. And look, this is the power you can wield when you say that out loud. You all told me they go opposite. And you have the closes for both of them. Again, admitting it's not a mitigation entrance strategy. We have to be aware of that because the stops are too high. But that's what you can predict with markets every single time New York opens. Every time. ES still trapping people in the middle of the box. That's why, and you guys see why NQ pushed up really strong, right? Compared to the ES that's trapped in this yellow box. The NQ doesn't have that yellow box. That's why. Man, it's gorgeous. And DXY, Forex market is literally on pause. It's just sitting in the same area. Gold pushing up stronger into the box right now. Oil pushing up too. Again, True Algo members, for me, like, I'm not going to chase this long. The shorts were too good to get down here in the first place. You don't sit here and chase this upwards using any type of mitigation strategy, right? Because you'd have to wait for a close all the way up there for a long idea. I know somebody asked about crypto. We did just now put in the new high for whoever asked on Ethereum and Bitcoin. So still going as planned. What was the question again? How would you have traded Bitcoin using the strategy? Oh, just like this, bud. And I mean it. And again, if any of you guys have been here longer, you can let me know which thing is a false. Whether this, no matter what, the stop has to be down there. You know what I mean? And you're targeting higher and higher and higher. And so watch, if this is entrance one, or let's say you didn't get into the markets because of, that's the start of the Asia session, then entrance one is right here. Excuse me. There's entrance one. You need to put your stops down here. When you guys say this is terrible RR, I don't doubt you. This is why we would teach this in the mitigation strategy. And you, as a retail trader, will enter in your entire position right there where we scale in, okay? And then, where are you at? Esteban, if you didn't take any of those ideas on Bitcoin, reminder, we said when we started, Ethereum was already confirmed bullish, right? So right here at New York Open, there's your bullish long idea because both Ethereum and Bitcoin confirm bullish at the same exact time right there. And again, don't feel like you have to chase it. If you want to think of it more from a swing or long-term perspective, just take that note that I keep telling you that when Tether closes down here and Ethereum closes above the weekly system, crypto is going to fly. Is that Merv? I'm Merv, right, bud? Congrats, man. He had a huge win. He's brand new. He just joined us yesterday. If you guys have experience in markets, man, I can't stress enough. We have several members that are like, if you put the amount of years of trading they have in their background, it's going to span decades. And we're not going to make you stop everything you've ever learned. But the whole point is, like, if you're looking for clarity and you already have ways you view markets, this system fixes so many of your problems because it sets rules. But yeah, Merv, I'm glad you joined, bud. I know it took a while for you to decide if we were worth doing it. And the fact that you've passed your second eval in 2 straight days, I'm happy for you, man. Keep it up. You guys see this NQ? Oh, man, I feel bad for those retail traders, guys. This is why I tell you, they're going to trap you guys down here. Rewind the tape. Call me out if it's BS. Oh, I feel bad. And now, look, you just have to be patient. We know that when this candle closes, it's going to be a bullish close. It's impossible to be a bearish close below the box because the candle opened here. And so in 6.5 minutes, the mitigation strategy is active. Meanwhile, the NQ, I told you guys, nothing has changed on either asset. They're still bullish. I'm not telling you it's easy to hold when that wick goes, but this is why we teach you closes matter. This is why I just showed you that mitigation where we scale into an idea, and now you have a monster of a win. There's a reason why the prop firms don't want you to scale in. Nothing against the prop firms. I'm glad that if they're trying to help people, that's fantastic. This is why your goal should always be to extract from markets as much as possible so you can create your own account and have your own rules, not be stringent to their rules, if that makes sense. But God, that's gorgeous. That is a 300 tick candle on the NQ right now from the box. Woo! This is beautiful. Beautiful, man. Ugh. Meanwhile, and this is what I mean, guys. This is why I was watching commodities when we started today.
and then now focused on the indexes during New York Open. Notice, and I was talking a lot about the Forex market, and now I'm not saying anything. Do you see why I'm not saying anything? It's like someone literally turned the Forex market off because Forex is waiting for DXY to close above. We are on 30-minute candles. We cannot do anything for 20 minutes on Forex. So look at something else. That's why we're looking at this. You've now hit your first major take profit on the NQ as you've hit the opens. True Algo members, if you say this wasn't a new long idea, reminder, every single bullish candle from here said we were bullish and you told me we were bullish. At the same time, we got the bearish move on US 30. Now we're starting to get some more similar movement. And this again, guys, why True Algo beats so many things. All of you guys that are not current members or anyone can answer. Would you short at the bottom here using True Algo? No, because the shorts are here, not a mitigation entrance, but you know that you do not look for longs. Or sorry, look, once it comes down into the box, this is where I told you, retail never is aggressive on the first part of the candle. They follow. You don't short into a box below. This box is a take profit tool that we teach you. And then whoop, pushes back up, and then retail gets wrecked on both sides. Many retail traders trade the US 30 because of the volatility, but they also can't handle it over a 6-month period. True Algo members, reminder, you have hit a major take profit on the NQ, and now you're seeing the take profits happen. Hopefully that is you if you're practicing. Again, we are just for demo and paper trading purposes only. There is nothing about, this is all theory. Education and entertainment always. Merv, if you're talking about the indexes, you see the opens, that's a take profit. So for me, now you're waiting for the idea to once again come down, hit the box, and provide another opportunity. If you're going to go long way up here, you have to reduce your risk because you see how we can't break these? That's why we teach you guys that they're a take profit, not an entrance point. So if you're going to go long in them or above them, your stop is so far away. It's a really, really bad idea. And again, just trying to be consistent about that. We don't chase. And that's why we teach you guys anything to the left using True Algo as a take profit. And you're seeing that happen. What do you think happened down here with retail? Short the bottom. Then the longs finished pushing out their move. We hit opens. And again, the ES hit the open at the same time, guys. And then what do they do after that first loss? Pushes up. Now they go long because they're going to keep chasing the candle. And they waited too long. You guys can see the boxes, so that's where the action points are. And so now they've lost twice. And as we all know, I'll go with probably 75% of you guys in chat. At some point in your trading careers, you had the 3 loss rule, where you lose 3 times and you're done for the day. So they've already taken retail out twice now. That's why the system's so important. It allows you to predict where those things are going to happen to retail, and then you don't make those mistakes. Sorry, Forex is still off. Crypto just got to the full take profit idea on Bitcoin right there. So the next long ideas on Bitcoin would be a close above and push up. But hopefully that helped you guys. And then Ethereum, folks, you guys just filled the gap. Man, such a crush now. So True Algo members, just note, like you see how it pushes back in here? Wait for the close above on the ES, and that might be the better opportunity, because if the NQ pushes up right now, you're going to keep longing into those opens, and you want to get a better close in your favor so you can increase reward and lower risk when you practice. US 30 still flushing down. They're all moving the same direction. They're just a different color right now from the opens. There's the next close. The ES has closed in the box, guys. We need it to close higher. So the ES is going to still push down. You guys watch this. It has to close above. Details matter. NQ, you see that where that candle is, that entrance point, it's there. So like for me, that idea is done after hitting opens if you took it, again, from this. So now you're waiting for this bullish close and then potentially to ride it up again. Patience. You see the ES pulling us down again? So the ES is leading. You need the ES to close above the box. Everybody see that? Like the very next candle, instantly 21 ticks Not that you took it, but I'm telling you why you don't go long. Details matter. It's got to close above the box. You guys see it? I hope that helps you, especially newer members when you're handling all this volatility. You got to close above the box for it to be bullish now because we've already played out the idea and took profit. So now as it comes back, you got to wait for it to close above. Same thing with the NQ, guys. Like, you've hit major take profits. Therefore, this positional ideas from New York, the end of the London through New York, are done. So you wait for another hit of the box, which you have it right here. So you need this candle to close bullish, or hit this box, have the next candle close bullish, and then you can have long ideas. Just make sure that the ES and the NQ correlate with each other. I'm not saying much about US 30 because nothing's changed. The US 30 is continuing to be bearish. Do you guys see how there's no green candle close above a box or anything like that? There could be a US 30 long right here in the next 15 minutes. As long as it closes above there, then the US 30 could look to push up. No gap to be filled. Forex is still in the same spot, man. Has not moved at all. And then now that back test right there on gold. That's level 6 True Algo members on gold. And gold might be hard for you guys to be on right now, so please don't chase it. Don't throw away any type of really good short ideas just because you're trying to re-short over and over and over again because you missed this. Look at another asset, man. These trend blocks are in our favor, but the trend played out throughout the London session to the beginning of New York. So right now, don't give back your ideas because you feel like you missed it because you were sleeping during that London session. Just look at another asset or wait for another, look on Monday for the new positional ideas on gold. Don't try to give anything back to them. You got to keep extracting. And remember what I was talking about on oil. This is not I'm being transparent. This is not a long idea we take. You guys are welcome to take it, but I won't. And so from a demo trade, this could be, and we finally finish this out, but we won't be live when this happens. This could happen 2 hours from now, 3 hours from now, or it could just hover right here for the rest of the New York session. We still have a bearish view until we can close above the box. And right now you can see it's just pushing up, and that's fine. I don't chase this. We watched the short the entire time play out in our favor. I don't care about these long ideas that push up now. Notice we are still in the box. Again, we're waiting for the ES and the NQ to give us something new. You got to wait for a bullish close. I hope details matter, guys. I told you this box is going to wreck retail today. And hopefully you get to see it live and not make those mistakes. All right, guys, I'm looking at the clock now. I hope that it was really helpful to you. True Algo members, if you're going to need any assistance in the Discord, just make sure you post a chart so I can help you. And really quick, Microsoft did push up. CrowdStrike's the one that's getting destroyed because CrowdStrike apparently was the reason. But right now, Microsoft hit the daily box. That's a 180, by the way, guys. Look, straight there to there. And now that move overall on Microsoft now is done until it can close above that box there. All right, guys. I appreciate you. True Algo members, have a great day. Have a fantastic day, everybody.